Thank you all for coming today to TMC. We have a treat today. We've got the Rule Tool agency updates at your fingertips. Today, speaking for us will be Noah Doran. He is the trainer for the Rule Tool, as well as Lori Shaw, who's the general counsel for Take 3 Technologies. They're going to have a discussion between the two of them and show us all things that are related to keeping up with the ever-changing regulations during this COVID period. So thank you. I'm Tony Bramley. I'm with the business development for TMC Connect, TMC, and I'm just happy that you guys are here.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Tony. Like Tony had introduced us, I'm Noah Doran, here with Lori Shaw from the Rule Tool. Thank you so much to any of you who took the time to join us on this chat today, and thanks to the Mortgage Collaborative folks as well for having us. So the Rule Tool is really an awesome weapon and tool in your toolkit as a mortgage professional that's going to allow you to search guidelines kind of in real time, ensuring accuracy. So as a mortgage pro, I think we can all agree really how important it is that we're on point with our guidelines, really so we can communicate and educate our clients on what they're eligible for, what to expect with their process, as well as just put clean loans into our pipeline that are going to be closable. With the situation that we're in now with COVID, we're seeing guidelines change at a rate that's even faster than they normally would from all different areas, and really just kind of a volatile situation that's evolving in real time in front of us. It goes to just make the Rule Tool really even more valuable as we're doing all of the work to kind of aggregate those changes and make them accessible for the mortgage professionals who use this tool. So that's my little intro there. From there, we're going to kind of go in. We're sharing our screen with you now and give you just a little bit of a demo of how the Rule Tool works. And I think as you'll see, it's pretty darn easy to use. There's not a whole lot to it. And that's really the beauty of it. Simplicity can be genius sometimes. So with that, Lori, if you didn't have anything else to add, we'll go ahead and dive in.
Yeah, I was just going to point out one of the key features that we like to point out is the recent changes that you can see here on the left-hand side. So we go through every day and we'll add in the links to these Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac bulletins that are coming out with those COVID temporary guidelines or just their general selling guide updates. So really, you can just log on to your home screen right here and see the latest updates and guideline changes. And it'll take you either right to the Rule Tool and the keyword search, or it'll take you back to the bulletin.
Perfect. So as you can see right here, guys, recent changes. We keep track of these for you, and then they're going to be posted to the Rule Tool once we get them in. And then, like Lori said, it's going to be a hot link, so if you click on it, it will take you to the source, making it really, really easy to stay up to date on everything you need guideline-wise without having to go to a whole lot of different places in order to do so. That's down below. You'll also see investor overlay updates as well. So we'll get into that a little bit more later in terms of the companies we support for overlays. But when they update us with a new PDF of their overlays, we will update that in our system as well. At the top here, so the last kind of feature I'll touch on before we actually get into our search is our deal scenario chat room. So this is kind of neat. We have a whole bunch of users obviously now in the Rule Tool. We've been out for a while. Anyone who's a user with the Rule Tool has access to this deal scenario chat room. So if you're so inclined, you can click here to post a comment in the chat room. So really, this is just a cool place. You can go ahead and post any one-offs you have, any bounce ideas off of other industry pros. One note here, we don't monitor this from an underwriting perspective or anything, but just a great place to get conversation going with other people that are pros in the industry. I'm going to hit X out of there. So from there, guys, we are going to actually perform a search. So this is kind of the real heart and soul of the Rule Tool, is the search feature. So you're going to simply select the agency that you want to search, and you can actually do more than one, but we'll start simple. So we're going to go with a Fannie Mae rule. You'd simply click on the agency that you want to search under and then enter your keyword. And I know I'm going to misspell this, but we're going to look up forbearance. But that's kind of the beauty of the Rule Tool. If I misspell it, it will correct me. So I typed in that keyword forbearance. Again, one of the beauties of the Rule Tool is it's not just going to pull up one section. Really anywhere where forbearance is mentioned, it will show you. So it's mentioned under student loans, mortgage history, which would probably be the most common, refinance of a modified loan, as well as income stability. So if I go ahead and click on mortgage history, this is going to give me all the guidelines related to mortgage history. And if we scroll down, so right up here at the top, you'll see where we're kind of identifying for you, hey, this is related to a COVID update. Scrolling a little bit below, here is the rule for existing mortgages in COVID forbearance. So again, we're going to be updating this to the day as we get any updates in so that you know you're getting accurate information as this has been changing so quickly. And then it's stated for you in a kind of easily laid out and easy to understand fashion here. Now, below the rule, you also do have the hot link to the actual Fannie Mae FAQ if you want to go to the original source. But usually the content here is going to be exactly what you need to get your question answered. Now, if I simply click on that kind of waterfall, it will hide that area. And then what I touched on a little bit briefly earlier, if you're a lender who prices directly to investors, we will house the overlays for quite a few companies actually in this area. See if you can kind of watch as I scroll through here. So as they update us, we're going to update the system with their new changes. So for example, you can see Chase, we have their Chase agency standard overlays, and then also their COVID bulletin updates. So not only do we house their original overlays, if they provided a COVID one, we'll update the system with that as well.
Hey, Noah, we have a question. How often are the investor overlays updated?
So we have someone go through every night and check the agency guidelines for any updates, and then those will come into our system for us to update in the morning. And then this person also goes through a rotation of about 5 investors every night to make sure that we're getting the latest updates. With the COVID bulletins, because they come directly to us, a lot of times we get to the COVID updates before our person goes through that investor. So those might hit the rule tool a little bit quicker than the other ones, but usually within 5 days or less, I would say, we have the most current investor overlay up there.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tony.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Now, pulling out of the search, once we are ready to kind of get back to our home screen and do our next rule search, you would hit the Start New Search button here, and that's going to pull us back to our landing page. We'll go ahead and search another rule. So clicking Fannie Mae, if we want to compare it with Freddie Mac, you can select both. If you're not sure maybe what keyword to enter, no big deal. You can use the keyword master list right here, and this will give you a drop down of our 4 categories, whether it be assets, credit, income, or property. And then you can click into the area, and it will list for you all topics that relate to that category. You may jog your memory a little bit on what you need to search. You can select what it is that you want to search, and then hit the button, and it's going to take you there. Now we selected Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac for this search. So what we can do is decide which one we kind of look at in full first. You get a little preview on this screen. Click into that, and then boom, we're going to get the full rule. Over on the left-hand side of the rule, we always will have that hot link. This is especially nice if you have underwriters using this tool as well, and they want to be able to go back to the original source. They can click that to get to the selling guide. But then the rule is laid out for you here in a clear and easy to understand manner.
And I would just add, in our next release that we're working on right now, you will be able to click on multiple links right there. So if you want to go back to one of those multiple seller's guide listings, you'll be able to click on all of those as well as the lender letter. So again, just taking you right back to the most current version.
Awesome. One other piece I wanted to highlight here as well is that we make it easy to find what you're looking for, because not just one keyword is going to get you here. You can actually see the similar keywords listed at the top, so you kind of can get a feel for what the rule tool, what you could have typed in to get you to that same place. Now, originally we had searched this rule for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. So if we want to kind of quickly switch between the two to maybe compare any differences, we are going to utilize this search results button and then be able to quickly kind of toggle between the two. So if I want to look at the Freddie rule, I can click that, and it will instantly switch over to Freddie. Any questions at this point, Tony?
Nope.
Perfect. So then what we're going to do from here, click Start New Search, pull us back out. We also have government programs in here as well. So we're not just limited to Fannie and Freddie. We have FHA, USDA, and VA as well. So if we're searching for VA, simply select that and then type in your keyword search, and it will pull up the VA rules for that topic. And with VA, you'll see we have the updates per their most recent circulars. So we're going to specify in there what's related to COVID as well. And then we're going to have these links for your VA Lender's Handbook, pamphlet, and circulars over here on the left. One question that we do get quite a bit is, do we have the ability to kind of put these guidelines into our imaging system? So as loan officers, right, or processors, as we're working on getting our deals closed, we may want to kind of communicate with our underwriting team, this is the rule that I'm using to interpret a guideline this way, right? So if we want to make that obvious for our team, we've given you a couple tools to easily be able to upload these to your imaging system. One would be the print function here. So the print function is going to give you a kind of print-friendly version that you could print and save as a PDF onto your computer and then upload to imaging. Or if your imaging system is able to be printed to, you can simply select your imaging system and then print to it to upload that print-friendly PDF version of this guideline. Clicking Start New Search, it's going to pull me back out to our home screen here. And I'll open it up for Lori or any other questions. That's pretty much the search as far as it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a great overview of how easy it really is to use this system. And we really do try and keep it as up to date as we, quite possibly can, just to make sure that you're getting the most up to date information. So I'll just do a little shameless plug that we also have our Connect with Us in the LinkedIn box up there at the top. So if you want to add us on the LinkedIn and see what updates we're posting there, we would love to have you as a follower. But yeah, do we have any questions?
I do have one other question. On the screen that you showed for the overlays, and you were scrolling through those overlays that are available, is there a way to customize that, or are they all on there?
No, it's customizable. So if you're signing up a company, you would be able to tell us what investors you are approved with and signed up with, and then we can compare that to our internal list. And basically, the company will give us authorization to display those overlays for them, so you can pick and choose which ones that you're approved with. So, for example, some companies, they only want their origination teams to be able to see the agency guidelines, but they want their underwriters to be able to see all of their investor guidelines. So we have the ability to make that customized for the company.
Excellent. Thank you. Are there any questions?
We would also like to mention, anyone on the call or watching this video, if you are interested in trying the Rule Tool, we'd love to have you for a 1-week free trial to see if it would benefit you and your company. You can kind of get a feel for it, and then at the end of the week, if you want to convert to a normal account, just let us know and we can do that for you.
And as a great perk for being a TMC member, you do get a discount on the Rule Tool of a couple dollars per user, so it really adds up depending on the size of your company.
And what information would they need to provide for you in order to be able to take advantage of that, or what information do they provide for you when they want to sign up?
Yeah, just send an email to support@theruletool.com, and you can find it on our website if you forget that email address, and just provide your name and your company, and we'll already have your email address. And that's pretty much all we need to get started.
I'll show you on our landing page here, Tony. We have the support phone number and email. So if you just go to theruletool.com, it's going to be right there on the landing page.
Excellent.
Yeah, and just another little plug. If you are on the go, one of our taglines is agency updates at your fingertips. So you can just pop it open on your smartphone and everything is right there.
Excellent. And is that via an app or is that via a browser?
It is just via a browser at the moment, but it'll display basically as it looks on your desktop here. So you have a little underwriter in your pocket.
Fantastic. Great. Well, if there aren't any other questions, I want to thank Lori Shaw and Noah Doran. Thank you guys so much for showing us the rule tool. I know that, you know, with all of the changes, there are lots of changes always, but COVID seems to have ratcheted that up quite a bit. So having the regulations at your fingertips is definitely a necessity in order to be able to get the job done. So thank you very much for showing this awesome system. And thank you to our attendees. We really appreciate you coming to TMC Connect today and sharing this time with us. We know that everybody's crazy busy, so we do appreciate you being here. And as a reminder, you will receive an email tomorrow with a link to this recording and any other information that we can certainly provide that support at theRuleTool.com email address for you as well. And just want to say thank you, and I hope everybody has a great week. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Noah. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much, Tony.
Thank you.